Hello guys and welcome to round number 19 of the AOR F6 Championship. I am your commentator, Ivor Bryn Mike, and today I have been joined by the newly crowned AOR F6 champion, Sloshy. Say hello to the people.
Hi guys, first time in the commentary box, let's see how I do.
Well, if it's anything like you've been driving this season, bud, it's gonna be golden.
Let's hope so.
So, last week, unfortunately, I wasn't around to commentate due to a glitch on PlayStation with me not getting an invite. Sloshy was able to get the win in USA and secure the championship. Unfortunately, he's got some wheel issues this week, so he can't be racing. So he's decided to join me in the commentary box. I'm more than welcome to allow a bit of help into the commentary team. So the battle for second is definitely on at the moment. So
Yeah,
who do you think is going to get second?
I think I'll get the table right now. I think Don is comfortably ahead of Jacob, but to secure the second place, he really needs to get in front of Jacob this race, and then I think it's just keep it consistent through the last two races, and I think he's got the job done.
Yes, and Mexico, a very tricky circuit to navigate, even at the best of times, especially through Sector 2, very easily invalidate your lap by just track extending through the S sections from turn 7 down to turn 11. And of course this part of the circuit by here, the final sector, also very tricky to get right, especially on traction. So how do you think these guys are going to be coping with that, especially in these intermediate conditions?
Well, it's already hard to get in the traction in the dry, so I imagine it will be really hard to get a clean lap and most importantly a fast lap in this qualifying session. So let's see how they do.
At the moment we got the Force India of Stern on provisional pole with a 27.0. That's a good lap from Stern actually. He's usually there around the bottom half of the top 10 usually, but a great lap for him to get up there.
Yeah, very good lap, and he's closely followed by SJ and Hambres and Andrew Ivan and Rich. The top 5 are very close together.
This is the kind of gaps we want to be seeing in real life F1 next week when the racing starts. I believe it's next week, isn't it? Australia?
Whoa, Danger goes to the top with a 26.2. 8 tenths quicker.
Oh, he's just done a Hamilton. He's just done a Hamilton. Everyone thinking the qualifying is going to be close, and then Hamilton just comes in and bangs out a lap that's about 8 tenths quicker.
Let's see if anyone can beat that time. I think it will be hard.
Oh, we got your teammate down in 13th at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's just on a warm-up lap. But SJS has gone under Danger's time with a 26.0.
Ooh, a very decent time. So, where are you expecting the pole position to be in? Because intermediates,
maybe
it's going to be tricky.
It's usually it's around 10 seconds slower in each lap. But with a track like Mexico with so many difficult corners, it might be even worse. So I think they will get into the 25s. Maybe if the track dries up, it will be even better, and maybe we will see some people going to the dry tires.
Well, I think 25s is definitely a good shout. So when they are literally knocking on the door, that as Dan Gurr pops in a 25.9 to go on provisional pole, flexing the muscles of that Honda engine. Even though it's on equal cars, so it's pretty much like having a Mercedes engine in it, but there it is.
I think it's still raining.
Let's go on the TV camera, let's have a little look. Yeah, you are right. It has stopped raining. So with 11 minutes to go, this is going to get very interesting towards the end of qualifying.
And then we'll see if we get people going in the hypers, the supers, or the supers, or the ultras.
Well, the Ultra Sauce will definitely be the Ultra Sauce will definitely be the tyre of choice, and I just get the best kind of strategy out for the race.
For sure.
Although we don't know whether it's going to be changeable conditions. Hopefully it will be, so let's have a little bit of entertainment and some good close racing, as we got Romada up in 4th now, so he's starting to put a few good sectors together.
Jacob all the way down in 15th still.
Yes, and Don Silva yet to set a time, but he is out on track at the moment. So looking at the championship a second, I'm just going to turn away and have a look. Don Silva has a 14-point gap to Jacob with 3 rounds to go, so it's going to get pretty close, and Jacob pops up into 6th with a 26.3. We'll see what Don Silva can do about that. Also, the battle for 4th on the Drivers' Championship is looking very close as well, as we got Dale, James, very close, 4 points separating them. We got Romata down in 6th on 108 points, 7 points adrift off James. SJH also 7 points adrift off James. So Romata and Jacob, sorry, not Jacob, SJH are level on points right now. So the battle for 4th is definitely on in this race.
Don Silva goes to 8th place, 26.9.
Yep, the Renault's line astern at the moment on the 4th row of the grid, as Dan Gurr improves on his time.
The track seems to be drying very fast.
Yeah, it won't be long now until we see the switch over to the dry compound tyres. As I just have a sip of my drink to quench the thirst, and we're on board with Danger, who, we got a Renault that's off. Who's that? Don Silva went off through the double right-hander of turn 6. Surely, NASA's actually come out of the, well, he's got the super soft tyres strapped onto the... Right, this will be interesting to see what kind of times he can do. Infinity's on the super softs. And Bullet is on the hyper softs as well. But they are still in the pits.
Dry tires.
Alright, we're gonna ride on board with him just to see.
So it's gonna be
it's a bit slidey. It's a bit slippery out there. He just lost the back end coming through turn 1.
The super softs take a while to warm up as well.
Yep, the hardest of the 3 compound tyres we have available here today.
I'm not sure if it was smart to go on the super softs with so little time left. But then again, he can also...
I mean, he might have just done an absolute blinder, because the harder the compound tyre in past F1 games usually respond better in kind of damp, slippery conditions.
That's true. Let's see if the same goes in this game.
And Danger has popped on the Hypersoft tyres as well. Romata, your teammate, is on the Ultra Softs.
There's a lot of different strategies going on.
It's going to make a very interesting race, this is, because the Hypersofts, I'm not actually sure how quickly the Hypersofts were out on this track.
I think
Actually,
in a practice session just did a 13.0. That's in perfect conditions.
oh, he lost the back end coming out the final corner, James. As he pushed the power down, absolutely nothing there.
He goes straight back into the pits.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite ready yet.
Let's have a look.
However,
Provisional pole sitter, Danger, out in the Hypersofts. Currently on outlap.
but he does have some traffic of the Mercedes of Nas up ahead of him.
And Nas
Who
is
is on the...
on a flying lap right now. So let's see what he can do on those super softs.
Gonna be interesting to see if he can get through that final corner, because that just ruined Hammer's chance of getting anywhere.
Let's see where he goes. P1, yes.
And Danger now is starting his flying lap. And Infinities pops in with an 18.6. And Bullet again, you know, we're getting fast laps coming in now. And that's what we like to see. Bullet with 17.5. I mean, I can check the race director to see if Danger has just... I do believe he has just invalidated his lap.
Let's go on board for my teammate for a bit. As he goes through sector 2. On the overviews of tires.
Still on board with Danger. We're going to see if his time was invalidated. Vallicello goes on provisional pole with a 15.555. Loving the fives he is today. And Danger pulls into the pit, so he must have invalidated his lap. So good vision from Sloshy there to see if his lap was invalidated.
Also invalidated his lap, but he's going again. But he doesn't have that much ERS left. Maybe he has no fuel.
Right, I'll have a look now, see how much
He has very little ERS left. So
yep, his fuel warning light is not flashing yet, so he does have enough fuel to go for another lap.
he should be able to do a 140 or a 150 in these track conditions, even if he doesn't have the ERS.
Vallicello might have invalidated his lap for there, but he was 3/10 up according to the graphics, and yep, he's pulled into the pits.
So we've got a very nice helicopter angle as Romata goes through the S's and into the final sector.
So here we go now, we're going to have everyone coming out on track, trying to get one last run in to see where they're going to be placed.
Yep,
on the grid as Romata.
14.5.
Smashes it. And you know what, if he's got enough fuel on board, he could spend this entire lap saving his ERS to go for one more flying lap. He's got enough time to do it.
James goes
As
to
James
second.
goes into second.
It's an
So we
interesting
got
grid right
everyone out
now.
on track.
Very interesting. And I can tell you, if it comes to one lap on Mexico, it's going to be very careful. Because that first
And
chicane
Jacob goes up
is
to third.
very hard to not cut.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking at the 13th place Richman right now, who is the only man out on a set of super soft tyres out of this grid.
After Ivan goes to the top, behind us. 14.4.
Yep. The Ferrari driver is very quick, but over the season and that, you know, ill discipline on track has really cost them in the championship.
Yeah. And that's also forced He's had a couple of first lap incidents, which some of them could have been avoided, but he's a very quick driver, so...
And Stern goes on provisional pole in the Force India. Incredible scenes.
Romata's pulled into the pits.
Yep, that's his session over and done with. Dale pops up in the fourth.
Can do.
I am on board with Don Silva, who has invalidated his lap 100%, as Jacob has pulled into the pits as well.
He's gone up to 6, so he's in front of Don, which is important for him. Andre improves, but not enough. Then Gertie third, from behind Earl to Soft.
Bullock goes on provisional pole with a 13.9.
Wow. I'm rushing the
monstrous lap. Yep, coming around the final corner.
Goes from 8th to...
Where he's run out of VRS.
6.
Oh.
Third of the ultra soft runners. But
he's just run out of VRS.
He's already done 3 laps on those ultras.
Yep, that's not going to help him. And there we go, Don Silva pulling into the pit. So that is the grid. So an interesting mixed up grid today.
Very interesting.
Some drivers are going to be coming through from the back, who are usually at the front. I mean, Infinity's all the way down in 14th. He's going to be kicking himself after that qualifying session.
Yeah, Infinity seemed to be really quick in the first 2 races he's joined this league, but I don't know, maybe it's the lack of practice, the lack of concentration during qualifying, but he's just underperformed, and it's a shame to see, really.
Because he could have been one who could have challenged you for the championship early on.
I was afraid after those first 2 races.
Running through the grid now, we got Bullock on pole, Stern second, Ivan third, Danger fourth, Romata fifth, James sixth, seventh, Nas eighth, Dale, Jacob ninth, Valicello 10th, SJH 11th, Don Silva 12th, Rich 13th, Infinity's 14th, Sneaky Ninja 15th, and Richman in 16th. And now I need to catch my breath.
I'll take over then. Interesting to see that Sneaky Ninja and Richmond both haven't been able to set a timed lap in after the intermediate conditions. So that's what I said. It's just very hard to get a lap together. And if you push too much, you cut the corner. The chance is very high that you cut a corner.
Yep, so, and with Sector 2 being so tricky from turn 7 to turn 11 in that S section, it's very easy to invalidate your lap on that corner.
I think we have a dry race.
And that is what we like to hear. We like it when it starts off dry, because that's when people can be clean into turn 1.
Most of the time.
We like the changeable conditions to come in around about halfway through the race, just to throw a spanner into strategy and everything. That's what we like to see. As Infinities has popped into the chat right now saying he invalidated his last flyer and he was on a 14.0 on that
Ooh,
last flyer, so
would have been top
that
3,
would
I
have put him
think.
up there. That would have put him up there. As we are waiting for everyone to perfect their race strategy. I still haven't got a single tick for anyone, so
Nope. That's the rule. We have to wait until Don or Benkai presses go, so everyone has enough time to change their strategy to their preferred one.
well, for those on the ultra soft tires, I think it's a simple one stop, really, isn't it?
Straightforward. Ultra soft, super soft. Should be fairly comfortable.
And for those outside the top 10, once again, a straightforward one stop. But for those on the hyper soft tires,
Will
they're
be
going
a
to be
very, very hard one stop. I've done a league race last or 2 weeks ago where an F2 driver, the best F2 driver in that league, he was starting on the hypers, and by the end of his super soft stint he was just falling off, and I almost overtook him in the end. While he was, I think, 15 to 20 seconds in front. So that would be very hard.
oh, gonna be an interesting strategy from those guys then on the hyper soft. Do they stretch the one stop or do they go for the undercut, get the ultras off, put some very quick laps in, and hope that the pace of the ultras are enough to warrant a two-stop strategy?
Yeah. We'll see. Rich Infinities and Sneaky Ninja have opted for the super soft tires as their first stint, which I personally have done as well, would have done as well.
Yep, starting outside the top 10, free choice of tyre compounds. So, wise move to start on the hardest of the free compounds available. Although, to be honest, I probably would have gone with the ultra soft tyres.
It's a difficult one. If you got the base, the super sauce, when everyone is pitted and you've got a whole clear view in front of you and you've got some good base, you can make a lot of time up to the people in front of you, or actually behind you at that time, to get a decent overcut.
Yeah, I don't doubt the pace on the super soft tyres. I doubt the possibility of getting through lap one without any kind of damage whatsoever.
That's always a risk about starting on the harder tire. So
I mean, I think that has happened to Infinities numerous times where he started from outside the top 10, chucked on the hardest compound tyres and gets caught up in some collisions. So,
this is the greatest forming up.
Just waiting for Richman to get on the grid, and we are waiting for 5 red lights. Here they are, lights out, and eventually everyone will get off the line. But here we go, the run down to turn 1, slipstream heaven.
Great start by
As we got Ivan going around the outside of Bullet into turn 1, full wide into turn 1. Oh no!
Bankai's lost a bit of front wing.
I think Romano might have lost a little bit as well.
Armrest got tangled up with his teammate.
Absolute calamities into turn 1. And the action's not over. As we got Nas and Dale and Hammers going 3 wide. Contact made. But Hammers does manage to come out on top of that. As we got Dale and Nas going side by side through turn 6. This has been a very scrappy start, but we always knew it was going to be 4 wide at some point. We just didn't know it was going to be literally through turn 1. So I'm having a little look around and seeing if anyone's got any damage. Jacob has lost a
right
few.
to the back.
Yep, Don has dropped all the way to the back. And Danger has dropped from 4th down to 10th. That's a bad first lap from Danger.
Does he have any
Jacob
damage?
down to 11th.
I don't see any damage. Oh yeah,
yeah, I
lost
see a little bit of
in-plate.
in-plate. Little bit of in-plate damage for him there. But he's got a nice run out of turn 3. DRS not enabled yet, but when it is, this group of cars by here is going to have a field day switching each other.
He's coming it to the inside. SJ is getting involved. Oh!
Yep.
SJ almost loses it. As Danger gets involved. He's back up
I
to
mean, I
8th.
saw Nas turn into SJH, but there.
That was very close. SJ is going side by side through the S's with Richmond.
And Richmond has
Jacob
come
and
out on top of there.
are getting involved.
And Don Silva is now up to 14th from what was a pretty quiet first lap. And Ivan at the moment is steaming away from Stern in 2nd, and your teammate Romata in 3rd. In the slipstream, this could be a move into turn 1. No, he's going to hold it behind for the time being. A good run out of turn 3.
He's already 2 seconds in front of Stern.
Yeah, Romata needs to clear this Force India very quickly to get onto the back of that Ferrari. However, he is on the ultra soft tyres, and these hypers are going to fade away long before his ultras will.
Yes, I think Romata is in the prime position to win this race right now.
And he is all over the back of that Force India.
Is he gonna send it? Yes, he is. Clean move.
Beautiful, just before the stadium section, and the Force India is going to have a little look around the outside, but never going to work. And now this is where it's going to get interesting. From Bullet all the way down to Infinity, or even further than that, as Dale pops into the pits.
Dale, in the pits.
And Danger gets past Bullet for P6. We got a lot of action down that pit straight now. Everyone with DRS on each other. Gonna be some overtakes into turn 1, maybe a few dive bombs into turn 3. Oh, sorry, turn 4 with that second DRS activation zone.
The battle for 8th is all the way back to 15th. In a massive train right now.
And that Force India of Stern is falling back into the clutches of the other Ferrari of Vallicello. As Richmond gets a 3-second time penalty and James gets a 3-second time penalty as well. So already the time penalties are being handed out.
I'm having a look right now at the position changes. And the biggest winner right now is Richmond with 8 positions going from the back to 8th. Very nice start.
Romata had a very bad exit of the final corner. I don't think he's going to be close enough to have the overspeed of warrant a dive bomb into turn 1. No. It's going to stick behind him. And Danger, actually, I just noticed, popped in the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far, so now he has cleared that traffic from P7 down to pretty much P14, and Bullets dropped all the way down to P14 as Vallicello went for the dive down the inside, but locked up, continued on. Stern able to get back past him, and Hammer is now right behind Vallicello. The battle for third is now on. Danger 1.8 seconds off that freeway scrap for third.
No DNFs yet. Haven't had that
Nope.
in a while.
However, Red Bulls are scrapping going into the stadium section, and SJH trying to defend from Don Silva as Jacob is trying to get away from Don Silva. I think there might be some team orders, but
very close racing.
But here's the thing, Jacob is not going to have DRS. These guys behind him will have that overspeed advantage.
It's 4 wide.
Rich was smart enough to back out of that. But he has lost a place to Sneaky Ninja in the process.
Don's had a good recovery since his bad start.
Yeah, Jacob hurt himself by choosing to overtake SJH into the stadium section. Losing DRS in that scrap was never gonna end well for him. However, if he can stick to the back of Don, Don will not have DRS in this next lap. As James is all over the back of Stern, Danger is up in the 5th. What's happened to Vallicello?
Right.
Vallicello has no pit, he must have lost it somewhere. Because he is down behind Richmond in 7th place.
Ramada's getting very close to Andre.
Yep, those ultra soft tyres now starting to come into effect as James gets past Stern, as we got Nas who has left the session. Wonder what's happened there.
Amras has passed Sting.
Yep, and Danger is right there behind him. And Vallicello has managed to get past Rich and Infinities of no super soft tyres right behind Richmond.
They're going side by side for the S's. And Romata's passed.
Romata takes the lead, but the smart play for Romata to do now is not to really fight Andre Ivan too much. I mean, if I was me, I would have let Ivan go just before the stadium section.
Yeah, it's a risky move, and now Andre pulls it to the pits anyway. Which means Romata has got a clear view in front of him.
Yep. Yeah, the reason I would have let Ivan go is so I could get DRS on the straights.
Going for a move into turn 1. He's got it, not got it done. Ooh, Harmes going very aggressive into the first
and
corner.
Danger is right there.
Oh,
side by side with Stern.
He's past him. Is he going for Harmes as well? Nope. Sticks behind him.
Nope, not quite yet. Interesting to point out as well that Ivan, after his pit stop, has come out in 14th place. No, sorry, 13th. So well down the order. So
he's going for the 2-stop. He's on the ultra softs.
It looks like.
To see where he'll end up.
We got Romata leading the way.
Don is fighting with his championship rival.
Yep, and that's the battle for 8th place, but I'm on board right now with the battle for 2nd. James and Danger around the final corner. Danger will have DRS. And it's going to be a simple one.
Nicely set up.
And Infinity's mind, coming through the field nicely to get up into 5th on those
Yeah, you're
super
right.
soft tyres.
I'll have a look at the penalties real quick to see if anyone
I
has
know
got.
Infinity's got a penalty, but he is
Richmond has
side
got a
by
3
side with
second. Oh,
Vallicello
oh,
round the outside.
switchback maybe. Is he gonna go for it? Very. It's a smart thing to do. Let's go for the time being.
I think Infinity's knows it's just a matter of time, and he can tell that the grip from those hyper soft tyres are starting to fade away through the corners. It's just a matter of time right now. Coming for the final corner,
Job done.
and
Actually,
Vallicello's going to come into the pits.
now it's interesting because Richmond has got a decent run on Infinities while he was stuck behind Flank.
Infinity's also got DRS from Vallicello,
Yeah,
so I
that's
might
right.
save him from this lap.
He's not close enough.
And Vallicello coming out on the ultra softs as well, so he's going for the
Really?
2-stop. Yes, the Ferraris with some interesting tactics.
I think managing the hypers to lap 10 should be doable in the supers.
So everyone from P11 down to, well, Nasser's disconnected, he's left the session, but everyone outside the top 10 at the moment are on the ultra softs, and from what I can see, they're on a 2-stop strategy now.
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's have a look at the tires. Yeah, you're right. Interesting to see. Never seen that before in this season. The 2-stop strategy.
It's usually because it's always been a bog standard 1-stop
Whoa,
race.
Floricello has just done a massive dive bomb on Bankai.
And he
Don't
has...
know what happened there, and as the touch, Bankai does not want to give up that position.
No, he doesn't, but he might have to give it up.
Bankai gets the DRS. That should be an easy move. Bankai shouldn't fight this. A little bit of a touch. Easy.
And it's down the inside, and a lovely move from Bullet.
Doesn't want to give it up, and he's got a switchback. He doesn't get the traction as good as Bullet does. And Bullet actually gets DRS, as you get both DRSs from the
Yeah,
first
it's just the one
detections.
detection zone.
Yeah.
So at the moment we got Romata leading the race by 6.8 seconds to Danger in second, who is 2.6 ahead of James, who is coming under pressure from Infinities for the podium. Ultra Softs versus Super Softs. This could be a move into turn 4. I don't think he's close enough to make the move into turn 1, so we'll see if he sets it up. We're saying that he is closing rapidly. He doesn't think of the dive bomb.
Rich may be able to get SJ in this corner.
As Infinities is he's switched to the outside line. Gonna go around the outside, and it's a lovely move. Up into 3rd place. Will Hammers have anything to answer to? No, not quite yet. And Richmond is also under pressure from Jacob and Don Silva. So that's going to be interesting. We got some close battles out on track. As we got Ivan under pressure from... Oh no, he must have just overtaken Rich.
Yeah, I saw that. Andre came from out of nothing in that first corner. I don't know if it was a bad dive bomb, but it seemed to be very risky.
The Ferraris, they like to risk it for the chocolate biscuit, but
No damage done this time.
and Richmond is pulled into the pits.
Oh, he was on the higher supers, on the ultras. I thought he was on the supers.
Nope, he is on the ultra soft tyres, and there's a 3-second time penalty for Vallicello.
I think I'm getting the
I would say I'm surprised, but the amount of times I've seen that come up this season.
As Richmond goes onto the... Are those hypersofts or ultrasofts? He goes to
They
the
are the ultras. So this is a very unconventional
right
two-stop.
Wow. I didn't expect so many people to go for the two-stop right here.
Ah, that's a very unconventional two-stop as well. They go on the 2 sets of ultras.
Yeah, and the pit lane is actually pretty long here, so it's not that bad, but it's also not like Canada, so I don't think it's that good.
Well, here's the thing. He's taken this first set of ultras 13 laps. If he takes it another 30, he's either got to stretch out hypersofts for 10 laps or pit onto supersofts, which is not what you want to be doing as Jacob comes into the pits onto a set of super soft tyres.
Andra just made a move on Sneaky and is now going for a move on Don Silva, and he gets the job done, and Sneaky is pulling
side by side from the Renaults. I think we are in that window right now where these ultra soft tyres are starting to wear out a bit.
Yeah. Interesting to see where Don is. I think Don is going to the super softs because they're in the party together and they probably talk to some like Sneaky Ninja first on the supers and then to the ultras, and Don Silva the other way around. As Dan Gur gets a 3-second time penalty, which
could be costly. Infinities at the moment does have a 3-second time penalty, that I know.
I'm looking through the time penalties now. Richmond has got a 3-second time penalty. Hamras has got a 3-second time penalty. Vermata hasn't got a single warning. Infinities has got 3-second time penalty.
Don Silva is going to come under major pressure by you. Nope, he pulls into the pits, releasing his teammate. And SJH, as well as Rich 500, who might make a move on the Red Bull. He's going to the inside of turn 1. Lovely stuff, but the Red Bull of SJH is fighting it. And Nas has left the session again. I thought he left the session already.
Yeah, he joined back again.
Oh, I missed that.
But now he left again. Just sticking behind.
I mean, you got a feel for Nas. I mean, I don't think this is the first time this has happened to him either. I think he has had these connection issues.
Suzuka was really bad. He started from 4 seconds, I believe, and he disconnected before the race even started. So yeah, this is just heartbreaking for him.
Well, we got a close battle right now for P6. We got Stern onto the back of Rich 500, who's onto the back of SJH. Sneaky Ninja able to pull a gap away from these guys.
Ramata pulls in the pits for a set of super softs.
And SJH is in as well.
Probably a smart move.
Yep, I'm expecting Dan Gert to come in now this following lap.
Richmond has the fastest lap in the ultra softs, 1:17.
And Stern down the inside of Rich 500. It's a nice move. And we got Romata right onto the back of this fight for P5. With all those fresh, super soft tyres, you've got to think he's going to get past very soon.
once he's warmed them up properly, I think he'll do his job. Probably just wait for the long straight. Don't risk anything because he's in the best position to win the race right now. So no need to take any unnecessary risks. And I think he knows that.
Yep, and Infinities now has 3.8 to push now on those super soft tyres. It's damn good. Comes into the pits.
Also goes onto the super softs. Not making a move on Rich, as I said, into turn 1. Job done.
Ooh, Jacob could actually get damn good by you.
What's happened?
Yep,
oh,
Jacob does get past.
Yeah.
Dangur has lost a heap of time in the pit stop phase.
And that
Jacob
means
with a 3-lap undercut.
has a pretty big problem right now because he's got a load of penalties, I believe, or actually 1 or 2, but Jacob hasn't got any. I think I'll have a look right now.
Oh, Jacob goes off circuit.
Oh,
I think Jacob just locked up coming into turn 4, hitting the grass, losing out, and now he's under pressure from that McLaren of James as Richmond gets past Dale, the Haas, doing a bit of switcheroo right now for P8 and P9. As Vallicello on his Ultra Softs is right on the back of Rich 500.
Romata's close to Sting. Probably, as I said, again, turn 1. As my voice cracks, mind that.
Well, you so far this race.
Yeah, obviously I know that he is a very capable driver, so it's just good to see he hasn't made any mistakes and just gets the car home in first place, so very nice job by him.
I'm just looking at the gap from Infinities down to Romata. At the moment it is 10.4, 10.3 seconds. So Romata will take the lead as soon as Infinities comes into the pits. The question is, can Infinities catch him?
And where will Infinities get after this pit stop? It will probably take 22, 23 seconds, so let's see what the gap is.
He'd be around Dangur at the moment. Dangur is 23.7.
Then he's done a very good job. Starting from, what was it, 15th, 14th?
I believe he was all the way down in 14th.
Something like that. So he's done a pretty good job. And once he's got fresh Ultra Softs, he will be able to slice through everyone in front of him.
Yep, much like what Romata is doing right now to get back up onto the podium.
For the last point, Jacob versus Helmets.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be for the last point. We're still waiting for Rich 500, Sneaky Ninja and Infinities to make their pit stop. Plus we got a number of 2-stoppers out there.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's interesting to see as well. Will they be able to drive their way back through those 1-stoppers? Or won't they make it in time? Sneaky Ninja got a few seconds time.
Well, at the moment, I do believe Ivan will probably have the best chance of making his way back through out of those 2-stoppers. He's up in P2 at the moment. He's doing a decent job, but he did pit very early onto those ultra soft tyres, so
let's see what he's gone 12 laps now on this ultra, so he must be going off pretty soon. But
he is actually catching Infinity, so his 12 lap old ultras are doing better than those 19 lap old super softs.
Yeah, for sure. They're about the same in degradation, I'd guess, right now. So it's just a matter of who can keep their tires alive through this final laps on them.
And Stern has actually lost a bit of time in our middle sector at the Sneaky Ninja. So he's not going to be able to get past it with DRS.
No, we better go
He's
on
just
really
outside
right
it.
now. Stanker versus Richmond.
And Sneaky Ninja has come into the pits. Right, so this will be interesting to see where he comes out to.
Because he was in 4th, so he'll probably end up with his teammate. Yes.
I think he might be behind his teammate, actually.
Yep. But he'll have
Comes
really
out in
first tires
13th.
right now. I think Sneaky will be able to drive to his teammate and pass him again. This also should be easily able to do so.
And Danger versus Richmond, side by side.
Very nice, giving each other space.
Danger, a little bit off circuit then to give Richmond a bit too much space actually.
That was two ways. Richmond went out of his way to make some room as well. So racing always very nice to see.
And Danger is just pulled away. Already got that second gap. No DRS for Richmond at the moment. And Ivan has come into the pit, so here we go. This is where we'll see where he's going to come out.
There's a little battle going on for 11th between Don, SJ and Sneaky. So my guess is that he'll be joining just in front of them. Let's see.
Ivan is now back on track. Yeah, you gotta remember the overspeed though at the cars behind will have.
Yeah, but he was constant. Yeah, he was already on speed well when they were coming up to us. Comfortable pit stop for Ivan. Now he'll be looking to make his way up to 6 should be possible, and even when Sting Flavigello will pit, probably 4th place.
Well, Richmond in 6th is going to be pitting soon. Vallicello and Stern is going to be pitting soon as well. Infinities will be pitting soon also, but I do think Infinities will have enough to get out ahead.
I think Infinities has pitted a bit too late, because he's already going 22 laps on those super softs, and ultra softs aren't that less durable. I think they can, his first set of ultra softs should be able to last 15 to 16 laps, so he's giving up some pace right now, going long on his super softs.
Yeah, the gap just a few laps ago was around about 10 seconds from Momata. Is now down to 2.6, so he's definitely lost a lot of pace. I think the race win is definitely out of Infinity's grasp, but
yeah, for sure.
The podium could well and truly be on.
Let's see what the gap is between Infinities and Underground right now.
Infinities has actually been overtaken by Romata.
Yeah, he got out of the way. I saw that. That cost him at the end. Giving up that extra time
As Bullet is out of the race.
Oh,
what happened to Bullet?
There? He's gone to the hypersofts, and did it happen in the pits? Or coming out of the pits?
Bullet has actually just commented in the stream. Said Ivan and Romata collectively stupidly cost me my race.
Oof.
I think he might be referring to the turn 1 incident.
Oh yeah.
And Infinity's into the pits.
Yeah, well.
And he's actually behind Ivan. Ivan has jumped him. The undercut.
Good battle. Well, Infinities has
The undercut paying dividends for Ivan at the moment.
Infinities has to show some good pace right now to get to the back of Andre Ivan and to overtake him, because he's 5 seconds behind him right now. So.
And he's got some traffic to deal with. Ivan right on the back of Richmond, so there'll be 2 cars in between Infinities and Ivan.
So Andre gets a very good run for the S's, and he'll probably be able to overtake Richmond. Right,
He goes now to the outside. And we've got support for Dan Gurr in the chat, currently in 2nd place. However, he does have the ultra soft runner of Ivan chasing down that pack, 6 seconds behind. Could very easily catch up to him at the end of this race.
Well, Benkai has had some really unfortunate races the last few races, but this time it's 4 wide, anything can happen, and there's always one person.
I think Bullett's had a very unfortunate season this year. Very unfortunate. As Jacob is past Richmond for 5th place. Infinities isn't closing them as quickly as I thought he would have.
Maybe he has to get into the rhythm of those sort of shots, because it's really different to go from 22 laps super softs, or even for 23 laps, and then go to fresh hypers. You've got so much grip, you just don't know what to do with it for the first 2 laps. So that's maybe the reason he's going a bit slow right now, but I think he'll get up to the pace.
Well, speaking of someone who needs to get up to the pace, Don Silva needs to make some moves, because Jacob at the moment has got 9 points.
He touches SJ.
Well then. And that's not what Don Silva needs. He's going to be under pressure now from Stern.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's going to be an easy overtake.
Stern on those fresh, ultra soft tyres.
Got DRS. Silva goes defensive. SJ is in front as well. Oh.
Round the outside goes Stern on those grippy ultra soft tyres, and yeah, it was there was no match really in the end. Fresh ultras versus 10 lap rolled super softs. I mean, this could be disastrous for Don Silva in the championship, because Vallicello and Rich 500 on fresh ultra softs behind him, 3 seconds behind. They could catch him, push him out to the points, while Jacob is all the way up in 5th.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to be a very close gap after this race for that 2nd place in the championship.
And let's not forget,
Richmond. Oh, and Richmond almost hits him, sliding out of the last corner. But Infinities gets in front.
And Richmond comes into the pits. But you know, we're talking about Jacob and Don Silva for that battle for 2nd. I think it's got to be said, Romata could really throw himself into that fight, and so could James, with both on the podium at the moment, although Ivan is right on the back of James for that final podium spot.
Yeah, you're right. That's going to be Ivan's. There's no way James will hold on. I'll have a look at the penalties again.
And Ivan goes to the inside.
Clean move. And James goes back. Switch back.
He's going to try around the outside.
Side by side. Andre
Bit
leaves
of contact.
no room at all. Hammers had no other choice than to give up the position.
It's like watching Schumacher back in his prime, isn't it?
I wouldn't have a clue. I was 10 years old probably. Wasn't watching F1 at that time, unfortunately.
Well, I'm very old, and I was watching back when it was Schumacher versus Hackman back in '98 and '99. So
I've seen some footage, and I'm not happy that I didn't get to witness that. But hey, it is what it is.
and Vallicello gets past Don Silva, so Don Silva now out of the points, and he loses another place to Rich 500.
What's happened there?
I think it was just the pace of the fresh Ultra Softs catching up, and DRS helping them get past.
Don will not be happy with this race.
And Infinities is now up into 5th, chasing down James in 4th. As SJH gets a 3-second time penalty for his troubles. And Vallicello off circuit. Vallicello very off circuit actually when he got past SJH.
I'll go and have a look at the penalties right now. Let's see who is close together. Dan Gurr has got 2 penalties right now, as opposed to Andre, who's got 1 penalty. So that could be very interesting at the end of the race. If Andre manages to close the gap to 3 seconds, he'll be in the second place for the end of this race.
Yep, and let's not count out Infinities because he can see Ivan just up the road.
Infinities himself has got 3 penalties, so 9 seconds of penalties.
In that case, then Infinities, I'm sorry, but
yeah, it's not going to happen. But he's
did
done
not
very
realize
well.
how many penalties he had.
He's done very well considering he started from the back. So.
Yep, very well. It's unfortunate though that those 9 seconds of penalties will drop him quite far down the order for the points as it stands right now.
Jacob has only got 1 time penalty, as Infinities gets another time penalty. That makes 12 seconds of time penalties. It's going to be a tough one to even stay in the points. Jacob has got only 3 seconds of time penalties.
And what about Sneaky Ninja?
I'll have a look real quick. Sneaky Ninja has got 2 penalties. Oh, he had a very good first 17 laps, and then in the final 3 laps of his super soft,
gets past James.
In the final 3 laps of his super soft stint, he got 5 warnings. So that's not what he'll have wanted.
So this could be a very mixed up grid for you then at the end of the race because of all the penalties.
Yeah. We're interested to see what the order is crossing the line, because right now what's standing right here is not going to be the finishing order, that's for sure.
Nope, and that SJH just trying to stay onto the back of Rich 500 for that final point playing position. Just outside of DRS at the moment though. But you will get some decent slipstream.
Richmond has actually got 3 lap old super soft. Why has he done that? Didn't he have any tires left? Did he make a mistake during putting on the tires? Very interesting.
It might just be a glory run now for Richmond.
He was
might just be going for the fastest lap.
During the first couple of laps. He was in 7th all the way, up to 7th after the first couple of laps. So he could have gotten more out of this race, I think.
Maybe he had a bit of front wing damage or something. Sorry we didn't catch that, Richmond, but like I said, every time Valhalla comes up with a time penalty, it's just no more for me now. I've seen it come up so many times.
It's not even worth mentioning anymore.
No, it's usually like, yep, Valhalla's being Valhalla again.
Sorry, Valhalla, if you're watching this.
The thing is, Valhalla, you annoy me. You really do, because you are a very quick driver, but you just get so many penalties.
Stain is getting close to Sneaky Ninja.
Yep, I am seeing that.
With 2 laps fresh Microsofts. And Sneaky Ninja is, I think, getting closer to Jacob. But
yeah, he's just outside the DRS at the moment.
His tires will go off pretty soon, so I'm wondering how far he can get those tires, because 4 laps he'll be on 15 or 16 laps only by the end of the race, so those last few laps will be very hard to drive.
And James gets a 3-second time penalty as well. And so does Ivan. That's Ivan with a second 3-second time penalty.
So Hamras has now got 6 seconds. Jacob has still got 1 penalty, so 3 seconds. So he'll jump Hamras at the end. And Andre has got 2 penalties now.
And Infinities is actually closing up to Ivan.
Yeah, but Infinity has now got 9 seconds, so.
Yeah, but if he can pressure Ivan into another mistake,
that could be possible. Very hard. He will have to be lucky. But hey, nothing is impossible in F1.
And Jacob's got a penalty. And he's under pressure from Sneaky Ninja. We got a freeway scrap for 6th on the road. And Romata gets a 3-second time penalty. But in Romata's world, it's all calm. It's all chilled.
No worries for him.
And I'm not surprised. As I saw Valhalla pop up once again with a 3-second time penalty, it's normal.
Floricella will join the battle for 6. As he comes into the DRS.
Now, this is good for Don Silva, this is.
Yeah,
the fact that
catch
these...
up to the points with the penalties.
Oh no, this is just decreasing the amount of points that Jacob can get over Don this race.
That's right, that as well. Well, maybe he'll get another point out of this because of the penalties, but...
Bullet's just commented in the chat, I bet he's calm and chilled after Dave bombed me out of the race at turn 1. To be honest, we actually caught it. It really was an absolute scene, 4 wide.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just, it's not avoidable, it's unavoidable. With going 4 wide to that corner, there's always someone who's going to have some form of damage. So, Bullet's just, again, the unlucky one. From the
mean, we was expecting 4 wide at some point, but no right going into turn 1, so it was unfortunate.
Well, they are closest together, so it should be one of the only times.
And Infinities with DRS right behind Ivan. This is 4. 3rd place on the grid. There's no need to dive like that. Not the first time this season. He's screwed me over.
Late. Just to give him a bit of space. And we're going to cut back.
Well,
oh, Andre almost
but we do have the footage of turn 1 if you would like to have a look at it after the race. We've got 2 angles of it this weekend.
I had a very good angle actually.
And Dan Good gets a penalty. That's a 3-second time penalty for Danger, no?
Well, if
And which one's retired?
As well, so. Oh, yeah. He's gone into the hypersofts. Probably pushing to get the fastest lap.
And Jacob is all the way down into 9th place, so that's only 2 points he'll have on it. On Don Silva at this moment in time.
On the back of Infinity, so and he almost loses it again, and that puts him out of reach for moving in the first corner. Sneaking
As Romata is on the final lap of this race. This race is actually flown by, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're talking together, it goes much faster. I
bet you've enjoyed not being in the racing seat this race after what happened at turn 1.
Seeing what happened in turn 1, I'm happy I'm on the couch right now. So,
we're on board with the Romata is weaving. He knows the race is won. He's slowed down. He's soaking it in as he comes through the stadium section.
The fireworks go off.
Around the final corner, he'll come to win the Mexican Grand Prix, and Danger will follow and join him on the podium. But
Floricello, is he going for a move? Ambrose goes defensive. What will happen with the penalties? Infinity's still in 4th right now.
Sneaky Ninja. Will Sneaky Ninja
get... Floricello goes for a move. And he has it. But
James into the wall.
Luckily for him, he's crossed the line before.
Yeah.
He got pushed out wide by Floricello. But Floricello drops, oh my god, all the way down to 12. And Don Silva, oh what's going on right? What's going on here? What's going on here? He's doing some donuts.
But I'm not gonna lie, a great drive from Romata, brilliant drive from Infinity's get up into 4th as well. And it's a great day for Force India with the 4th and 5th.
I don't know if you're watching Dom right now, but I don't think he's taking it.
I was watching Dom, but I was watching him, but I got a little bit bored when I was waiting.
Well, that was a very enjoyable race.
A very entertaining one, and definitely heated up in the championship for the battle for second.
Let's see if the podium drivers want to come in for an interview.
Yep.
It's Romata, Dan and Andre, right?
Romata, Andre and Dan. Let's go, we'll get them in one at a time, so ask in the group chat and I'll see if they would like to join for an interview.
As I'll run you through the finishing grid, in 1st is Romata, 2nd Danger, 3rd Andre Ivan, 4th Infinities, very good recovery drive to stay in 4th with all those penalties, 5th Stain, 6th Sneak Ninja, 7th Hamres, 8th Rich, 500, 9th Jacob, 10th Dale, 11th SJ, 12th Floricello, 13th Don Silva, 14th Nasaudo, and the DNFs were Bankai and Richmond.
I think we can probably include Nas in the DNS as well, as his connection bottled it.
Unfortunately.
But we're going to see what anyone's saying. Dan's the only one who deserves our podium. But as you said in the chat, I mean, it was a great race for Dan. Fair play.
Yeah,
So
he
while
gave.
waiting for the word and I'll see if anyone wants to join the interviews. Who is your driver of the day?
Oof. I'd say it's a hard. I'm doubting between Vermata because it was just such a dominant drive and almost no mistakes. Almost only got one time penalty and Infinities because Infinities has done very well to keep up the pace, not make any big mistakes like spinning off and making it all the way to fourth. But he did have 12 seconds of time penalties, which means he did make some mistakes, but he did keep fourth place because of it. So I'd say it's between those two.
Well, for me, I'm pretty out there with my drivers of the days now. Literally on expectation. I'm most surprised that Stern got up into fifth and was
Yeah, yeah, he had
fighting
a
throughout the race. So Stern had a very good race. Danger also had a great race. Infinity's another one coming back through the field. Ivan as well. It's gotta be said, Ivan had a pretty decent race as well coming up.
Ivan. That's his first podium actually.
Yep, and that is actually going to help him stay within the top 10 in the championship because Infinities is in 11th, Ivan 10th, and Nas, who unfortunately didn't get no points here today, is in ninth. So you think he's going to drop down out of the top 10?
Yeah, which is just unfortunate because Nas is actually a very quick driver as well, but just had some unfortunate issues with connection. Last three races he's had two podiums, so it's just unfortunate. A lot of fourth places. He's done actually very well, and actually he's got uh, out of the I say two out of the last three races he got a podium, but in Suzuka he started on pole, but he disconnected immediately, so that could have been a podium as well.
Yep, just put another comment in the chat to see if anyone is going to join. I'm not sure, mind. Everyone usually gets pretty shy now when it comes to the interviews.
Yeah, yeah, that was me too in the first one.
Yep. Usually I don't have amount of time yet. Romata is down for an interview, so we're going to send him a quick invite. We've got no response from Danger or
Andre.
Andre. I don't think Andre is going to join
As Flaricella doesn't seem to be very happy with Sting,
Nope.
which I'm finding pretty ridiculous coming from him. He's been involved in so many accidents. It's just how he talks right now. It's just, yeah.
And we are now
Ew.
joined by our race winner, Romata. Congratulations on a dominant victory at the Mexican Grand Prix. Yes, it
Ridiculous.
was four wide.
Yeah, he wasn't very happy.
It was a brilliant start, and I obviously, turn one four wide, saw she was banging the fact that he wasn't racing today with that four wide. But yeah,
Yeah, I said the same. If it's 4 wide, there's always going to be someone with damage, so it's just unfortunate for him. Yeah, that as well. That.
yep. The undercut, completely destroyed a lot of people this race. Actually, we saw we saw way too many people drop back a fair few seconds by stretching the tires by an extra lap or two.
Yep, that's right. Solid as well.
Yep.
But it was just you got one penalty, right? Only one. That's very impressive around the circuit in Mexico.
Whoa. Romata was talking to Jeff. No, 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 no. It's a simple shut up, Jeff. That's it. That's all you gotta do.
It's not what you wanted.
As Infinity's comments, poor, great race. That was a great race. In fact, that battle for third now between everyone coming up on the ultra soft tires. He had a couple of two stoppers out there. In fact, was you surprised at that, Romata? The number of people going on the two stop instead of the bog standard one stop? Yes. Yeah, a lot of mixed fortunes with strategy.
And what I'm wondering, if you don't mind me interrupting you, what did you feel seeing the rain in the qualifying at first? I've done a rain dance for the one time I'm not here. Uh, but did you know it was gonna be dry? Yeah, yeah. Really? Oof. Too late. Yeah. Hmm.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting inside communication to what happens in the party between the Sauber drivers, but yeah, it's just a rain dance. However, I will say this, Romata, you have really thrown your name into the works right now to finish second in the championship, with Don Silva finishing outside the points and Jacob not getting many.
I've got it right here. I think it's right now it's 44, and after this race it will be 17 or 19. 19. I'll give you the win. I'll give you the win. Communication. It helps really much. After you've come around, only podiums between the two of us. So I think it really
Well, I
helps.
will say this: since your arrival, Romata, only one race there has been, which was your first race in Germany, where Sauber has not been on the top step of the podium.
Yep. Really. No. Well, in Belgium you came first in the rain. Yeah. Should we go to the pits? Stress. Nothing you can do about it right now. Well, it was a good race. Very enjoyable to watch. Good to be in the commentary
Yep.
box.
Congratulations on the win, Romata. I I don't think anyone else on the podium has messaged us back.
Danger and
No, it was
Andre.
Ivan.
Yeah, Andre Ivan. On the two-stop strategy. Yeah, Danger was
Yeah,
second and
and
Andre was
Ginger.
third. Yeah, I think sometimes, well, from what I've seen from Sneaky's driving style, I think he's a bit too conservative. He should be a bit more aggressive. I know you don't gotta be too aggressive, but I feel like he could be more aggressive than he is. Really in defensive. Yeah, like that a bit. If you can, always go for a white. No, like in America, I saw he got overtaken a few times where probably if he went defensive, he would have got the position. But that's up to him, I guess.
Yeah, I can do that for you right now.
Well, I'm ending the stream right now, so it's been fun sitting next to you, Mike, and maybe I'll see you again. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, next 2 weeks are the final weeks. Brazil. See ya.